Alright, okay, well let's not let's not bite off more than we can chew, Thranxes. Let's head back to the shuttle. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Astroneer, episode 25, where we've got a little bit of housekeeping to do. First things first is we're going to want to shred some of this scrap we brought back. Also, we're going to want to research some of this cool research from the radiated planet and see just how much value we can get from each and every one, which one's worth it, which one's not. I'm sure this one is going to be worth it, but let's check these. Statistically, the organics seem to give the least, so we'll see what... Actually, that one was under a hostile flora. This one I would imagine would give the least, and it gives 1400 over 25 minutes, starts out slow, goes up high. Okay. It's not bad, 1400 total. 3500 over 13 minutes. Wow. That's pretty good. This one going to give 1400 over 24 minutes. Oof, not nearly as good as the one from Hostile Flora. And this one gives 8,000 over 45 minutes. Okay, let's start that one. It's only 184 bytes a minute, but that's a lot of bytes total. The next thing we're going to do is actually make ourselves another research chamber. This way we can have multiple things ticking off at once. Let's go ahead and grab some graphite here. And I think we're going to make some more graphite here. Because I think we're going to end up packing up this large rover. Let's go ahead and we'll just establish some of that helium here. Wonderful, and you will do the hostile flora, which is 223 bytes a minute for a total of 329 bytes per minute. Not bad. Still, we don't have much power generation. What do we just have, the one battery? Do we just have one battery? That's unsat. Alright, well we do have some lithium, so let's go ahead and fix that. We'll grab some lithium, some zinc, and we'll manufacture for us another battery. And we'll take this, and we'll move it here, make another packager. Boom! You're getting boxed up. You're going with us. Oof. That might actually be so large that if we want to bring both of them with us, everything else has to come off of the rocket. Like, everything else is going to have to come off of this rocket to fit those. Because I don't believe these large boxes can fit on the sides of those. No, they have to have... Oh, they have to go there like that. Oh. That's awesome. Well, but look at this. We're bringing our large rover with us now. I love it. Okay, let's get ourselves this medium wind turbine salvaged up. And what, we got another battery now to place. It's not going to help us right now. In fact, it's going to stall us out right now, but, you know. Let's go ahead and move this scrap over here. And we'll just throw our helium down over here. The wind turbines will help a little bit. Throw down our ammonium. Maybe throw some of this clay over there. Yeah, there you go. Let's hit the power even harder, Thranxes. Let's do it. And we have all of this wonderful compound and drill mod. Alright, so with our large rover, one of the things we're going to want to start to look at is making a drill for the front of it. Now, we could make drill strength 1, or even 2. But frankly, drill strength 3. I just say packager output. Oh, that's... Okay, there we go. Get that out of our way so it's not confusing us. Diamond and titanium alloy. Well, again, we know we can make the titanium alloy if we had to. But what does the diamond require? 2 graphene, and we know graphene is graphite and hydrazine. That's actually not that difficult to make. But we don't have any more tungsten. We do have a good supply of iron. Now, I went ahead and made some aluminum alloy, and I'm also going to make some rubber, because aluminum alloy and rubber are what we use to make a large rover. In fact, we should probably make more rubber than that to be fair. What, do we just have the 1 wind turbine? Well, we really gimped our power here, didn't we? No, we have 2. It's just not that many. What is it, 1 solar panel? Ah, did we really cut everything back that far here? Alright, well... I think in order to make another solar panel... Yep, we need 1 glass, so we'll have to pull some quartz over there. In the meantime, as we're just stalling out on power, so we could go secure more aluminum. This is why it's not beneficial to rob one location of its power items, because then you just have to recreate them, right? Right, we knew that. But we're just going to queue up even more things to use even more power. Because why? Because we don't care. Alright, so while we're waiting on that to get itself sorted out. Just drop off this, just drop off that. Actually, this wind turbine can go right here. We don't... let's take that with us, actually. We'll kick off the alignment mod. We don't need that. I am going to say we should take the drill mod. And maybe a beacon. Alright. Because we're going to take our nice fancy hydrazine ship, and we're going to travel. So it's going to take multiple trips, because to bring 2 large rovers is all we can bring. But while we're letting that base catch up, we're actually going to go check out Glacio. Now, we may go to Glacio, we may go to Visanya. I'm not sure which I want to do just yet. So we're going to take our time and look at each one carefully. Alright, let's head over to Glacio. We'll see what that one looks like. That's where I'm inclined to start, because the hematite, albeit a secondary resource, means we can produce steel on site. We'll have the iron, we'll have the argon, and we can just straight up make steel, and we don't have to worry about bringing the argon back. I mean, we can, but we could just make steel and bring the steel back. That, to me, seems pretty beneficial. The flip side of that is that if we go to Visanya, primary is lithium, we can get all the batteries we could ever want. And batteries seem pretty powerful, at least until we get generators. Not seeing a lot of landing zones yet. A lot of snow and ice, things rendering and catching up. Okay, there's a landing pad. Are these landing zones really that far away from everything? Is that like the only landing area? Oh my goodness. This is going to be problematic. Well, we better grab it just to grab it, huh? We can sort the rest out later, but if that's the only place it's going to let us land, we really don't have much of a vote. Let's touch down and see what we get. Okay, sort of a makeshift little crater. Oh, look at these plants. Pretty strong wind, it looks like. Oh, that does not look friendly. Is that argon? I've got a sneaking suspicion that's argon. No, it is not. With 3. It's ammonium. Okay. Oh, look, there's hematite right there, right on the surface. Whoa. All right, okay. Well, let's not bite off more than we can chew, Thranxes. Let's head back to the shuttle. So the long story short is, oh, and there's hematite all over here. Look at this as well. I'm inclined to say we should bring some of that back. Alright, let's offload these rovers here. We'll refill our O2 for a second. I'm inclined to say we don't take the hematite with us, though. That we just wait. We wait and gather the hematite once we've come back and we're able to do something with it. Because otherwise, what are we doing? Nope, 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 nope. No, thank you. Yeah, the gateway's right across these ice sheets. Hold on, let's see what this is. Ooh, what is happening? It just kind of exploded in excitement. Oh, we got some research, some fireworks. These things are all kind of neat. I guess we'll just leave it there for now. Refill internal power supply to unlock. Ooh. Ooh. Look at these weird ice shelves. These are kind of hard to navigate. Indeed. I don't think we need the fireworks. They seem cool and all, but... Alright, let's take the debris back. I don't see a reason to extend ourselves out here. Whoa. Yeah, I think this is going to be my favorite planet, though. Oh, look at this. All this graphite. And that's either more graphite up there. Yeah, that looks like graphite up there. It could be resin. And hematite. Hematite everywhere. This is pretty nifty. There we go. So the reason that I think it's more beneficial to bring the rovers with us to these areas as opposed to manufacturing the rovers here is because A, you have to get the infrastructure and energy in place for a large printer, which we saw on Atrax. While we can plan for, it's not the easiest thing to set up. But B, the main component to a large rover is aluminum alloy, which requires copper and aluminum, and while aluminum appears on every planet, copper does not. Copper, in fact, only appears on specific planets, and it's easy to take it for granted that it appears everywhere because it's so abundant on Silva. But in fact, on planets like this, there is no copper anywhere. Lots of hematite, though. Wow, is there lots of hematite. We're going to bring back this scrap with us in case we decide we want to go the road of getting some titanium early. Although titanium being a primary resource on this planet means we'll find it underground easy enough. Wow, this hematite is everywhere in the mountains. Compare that to like Novus, where the secondary element in the mountains was lithium and we wandered forever and couldn't find any, whereas this stuff is literally everywhere. There's some resin. It's just these never-ending ice sheets. And you can hear the howling wind. And we have to bring lots of wind turbines with us. Lots and lots of wind turbines. I'd like to find one more piece of scrap before we return. But if we can't, then we can't. I've seen a couple of research items. I'm curious what the anemone plants are all about. Is that hematite and clay? No, that's just a rich hematite vein. Wow. Yeah, we're going to be able to make lots and lots of steel here, actually. Let's see, solar panel, battery. We don't have anything to bring the battery. How about we just leave that little beacon there? Oh no, I don't want that beacon left there. All right, then we're just gonna have to leave the battery behind. Nope, stay away. Stay away. This one's not going to be good. Oh, we're not. I guess they only explode if you let them. Otherwise, they're content to just fizzle. Okay. Noted. I accept these terms. Okay, so we've got our large rover deposit. We could bring a third. Oh, do we want to bring a third? That seems like a lot to manage. But then that's more that we can carry. In any event, we've got everything that we're bringing back with us. We'll leave our rover drop with our beacon, because we're going to have to also bring a landing pad and navigate to the nearest gateway. Looks like either east or west. Alright, back to Silva we go. At this point, hopefully Silva has solved its energy problems. Oh, that reminds me. One of the things I wanted to do is I was looking at the various things. It looks like we've unlocked the Terran suit and also Silva colors. And I thought, you know, I bet that's because of all the work with the gateways that we did. So let's see what that's about. For now, we've been kind of rocking the flight suit and Peach Oasis colors. So we're going to go with the Terran suit and Silva colors. Oh, that's kind of cool. I accept these terms. Okay, let's do this. We'll just change it up for a little bit. Looking a little different. Kind of just, you know, hey! Come on! Let's do it! Alright, cool. Still got lots of research going on. More research when they're done. Beacon. Where did my glass end up? Did we not? We did not smelt it yet. So we still only have the one solar panel. And when the wind isn't blowing, we're not making much headway on the batteries. Not with both of these research chambers running at once. Definitely need that second solar panel. Although, I wonder if it's time to pull the trigger on something more extreme. We have the solar array and the extra-large platform B. By Jove, I think we can make all of these things. Let's do it. Solar array and extra-large platform B. So that means I think I'm going to leave this boxed up, and that means we'll be able to box up our other things as well. So let's go 2 resin and 2 iron. Backpack full of nonsense. Extra large platform B, please. Thank you. Now, for the extra large solar array, that takes steel, and that takes iron, so we can't make the extra large storage without steel. For some reason I thought these took steel too, but they don't, so 1 copper, 1 glass, fairly easy. 1 plastic, 1 graphene. Graphene is graphite and hydrazine. Plastic is carbon and compound. That's easy enough. We've almost got enough to make 2 more large rovers there. Medium solar battery we'll be able to take with us. And then it's just about having the batteries to store it all. Once we have all the solar power, all the panels set up. Graphene, we're going to need to make some hydrazine. So let's go over here and grab some ammonia. Some ammonium, rather. We'll fill up our soil tanks. And then we have some graphite. There's also a lot of graphite to be had where we were at on Glacio, but that's not where we're going to set up. I don't know what the resources are going to look like at the gateway. We absolutely want to travel to the gateway. Ugh, what am I doing gathering resin? I need ammonium. Alright. Resin, resin, organic, organic. Ammonium. I feel like there should have been more of it kicking around, but I didn't see it. Two of them will do for now. That's pretty good. As you can see, having 2 batteries on the backpack means we can use a fully modded out terrain tool for quite a bit and not even have to worry about our power, which is very nice. And at this point, we have the hydrogen to make hydrazine, because here on Silva, there is hydrogen in the atmosphere. Completely out of power. Ah, because we're draining it. That doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help anyone at all. Here we go. Oh, look how slow the research is going. Oh no! We have stalled it out for sure. Actually, it's only 1 graphite. There we go. Some research is done. Look at this thing. We need a nice flat area to do this in. Thinking something like this. Sort of right here next to the base, or next to the shelter. Just sort of block up this little pit here. It's rather treacherous anyways. Let's make another hydrazine. Actually, we want to make another rubber as well, and we absolutely don't need all this methane on here. This is ridiculous. Like, I know we brought back methane so we wouldn't have to go back to Novus anytime soon, but look, I mean, yikes, that is a lot of methane. Come on. Come on. Let's not be silly here. Is the sun gonna come up eventually? One day? Maybe? Oh, let's tax the power system even more. Let's shred the... Oh, we're low on power. Oh, I want to use my shredder too. Let's turn on the atmospheric condenser. Let's brown the system out. I love it. I don't know the meaning of take it easy. We'll make the rubber. That's not even what we need. That's what we're going to make. Scrap. Look at that. You know what? I think we're going to scrap another one. The sun will be up soon enough. Soon enough. Look at this thing. Wow. Even if you're not going to put a large solar array on this, I wonder if there's other uses for this kind of storage here. Oh, now we have some wind. Ding, ding, ding. Let's get all of this done. Graphene, please. This rubber goes here. Now these ingredients will make 2 large rovers right here. This is a package of 2 large rovers ready to go. Just needs to be printed. So it is a lot easier to bring this along with you and a large printer on a large platform and just print it yourself, I can absolutely see the merit there. But then you gotta have power and everything else. Glass and copper. Glass and... Uh-oh. No copper. You don't say. Alright, well the mountains are right up here. I suppose we could go down into the depths of the planet where we know resources are incredibly abundant, but if there's any low-hanging copper just kind of sitting around here, it seems like it would be... wasteful to journey all the way down to the center of the planet, so why would we do that? Let's just travel right up here, shall we? There we go. Here, look at that. We had a lot of copper until I made all that aluminum alloy. There we go. Easy, low-hanging malachite. We could take the time to make roads through here. Passageways that makes the terrain easier to handle. Whoa. I don't even think these fit on here, do they? Oh, they do. Huh. So you can make this stuff here without having to recreate all the infrastructure. Oh, we could have brought one of these to Atrox. I don't think we need it as much, though. I'm sure the angle has everything to do with it, like which way it's facing. So we want to catch the sunlight. Let's just unpack it and see. That's a significantly sized platform there. A little bit. Alright, we'll get some quartz going, because it's easier than looking for it. Unless there's some low-hanging fruit here. Nope, some compound. That's about it. Nope, just some compound. Okay. Alright, so then we'll head on back. Alright, we'll get some of this quartz going. Research sample, that's 200 bytes a minute. That's pretty good. 476 running both of these. It's not bad. It's going to drain our batteries like it's going out of style, but... Alright, Alright, so we got our piece of copper, glass, yep, that. Let's go with a solar array, please. I guess ideally you would need 2 of these. You would need one facing like sunrise and covering till about noon, and then the other one handling all the way across from noon till sunset. Again, we're not going to be able to do the drill strength. Only two compound to do a regular rover seat, and I don't want to bring the large rover seat. There's no reason for that. Part of the reason I took it off the large rover is it's just a horrible waste of space, right? I mean, why do with the large rover seat when we can just do with the small rover seat? There's only one of us. So we'll print one of those. Oh, this large printer takes so much time when it's underpowered. We're going to need a landing pad. So that's 2 ceramic and some aluminum. We might as well go back down into the earth and secure some laterite. I know there was a good bit of it down the way here. So we're going to need to take our rovers, equip them with the things we're going to need to start a base, including a landing pad, drive to the nearest gateway, and then kind of throw everything down. Like, here we are. No, we don't really need the resin. I know there was more aluminum just laying along our route. Wasn't there? Aha! Yes. I mean, I suppose I could have come down here. I mean, at that point, is it faster to go back down to the core? I don't know. I think there definitely was a quicker way to get in and out of the core, though. I think you just have to reassess the steepness of your path every time you hit a layer. Instead of just kind of maintaining a singular plane all the way down, it has to be a steep plane, and then you hit a level, and then you go, okay, I'm gonna reassess my steep angle at this plane until you hit a level, and then reassess your steep angle, and just keep doing it so that you're ever increasing more and more steeply towards the core, because each level is a smaller and smaller circle, a plane that you have to intersect. Now, we made some mistakes on this first one, but it's not the end of the world. If anything, it helped us really understand where we're going to go next time. What have we here? Look at all of this nonsense. You look like salvage to me. That's right. So you can really get your resources from anywhere. There's no specified way to play this game, but the more I play it, the more I feel like there is an optimal path. There is a most efficient, least amount of time used for the amount of resources that you're gaining sort of direction that you can go. And I'm tempted, the longer I play, to put some stock into counting and researching and mathing it out to see what it is. Not necessarily for this playthrough, but maybe for something to reattack at a later time. I think that could be neat to look at what the the easiest, most efficient way to get to the endgame content is. But part of me doesn't necessarily want to do that, because the fun of these games is sort of doing it in your own way. And once the meta of what the quickest, most efficient way is comes to light, then there's sort of that perceived pressure that you have to do it that way now. And that shouldn't be the case. I'm choosing to make my big base here on Silva, but I could just as easily decide when I get somewhere else that that's where I want my next big base to be. And we haven't even messed with things like the terrain analyzer, which would allow us to color terrain different colors. We could actually get this whole base looking green. And I haven't even tried to level this level out to that level to get everything at the same level. I mean, look, our landing pad is crooked. But all of that is just time that you can spend making things look nice and pretty. And it's not necessarily right or wrong to do it one way versus the other. We've got some steep power fluctuations. What's going on? Oh, it's because there wasn't enough to charge the batteries. Interesting. Well, let's see how this does, shall we? Does that not stack on top of that? It doesn't. It's its own thing. Oh, for some reason... Jeez. Oh, and look, it tilts. It follows the sun with a tilt. Bravo. Bravo. That's pretty cool. So this is just like storage. Ugh, I accept these terms. Your Honor, I've been completely misled. May I approach the bench? I've got a few concerns of my own. Oh, yeah, okay. So now we can clean up all of this nonsense here. This is it. This is how a base becomes good looking. And this helps us understand all of the different things at our disposal that we can use. I don't think these are meant to tack onto it. Nope. But this is its own platform. Oh, we're going to have to make some of these. We're going to have to make some more of these. And listen to that hum of all these batteries maxing out on power. Research finishing out. We are going to need to go somewhere, though, where we can fill all of our lithium needs. Get all of the batteries we could possibly want. Take a large rover, some drills, max it out with storage, and just get all the lithium we could ever need. Because it doesn't do us any good to max out our solar power on this array if we're not holding it and converting it everywhere that it needs to go. Food for thought. Goodness gracious, look at the time, though. That's where we're going to have to wrap things up for now. This has been Astroneer, episode 25. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've had a good time watching. Because as always, I've had a good time playing. Do be sure to come back next time as we continue the process of planning out where we go from here. Spoiler alert, it's likely going to be continuing to front-load Glacio for a massive steel production sector on our base. until next time, take care.